How to drive him crazy in bed. How to really separate yourself from other women. You know, this is my philosophy. When you come to this channel, I always want you to be unique. I want him to remember you for the rest of his life. And I want him to remember that you are the best. You are the best in bed. You are the best personality. And of course, you are the best girlfriend, wife, if you want to build something with him. So ladies, we'll talk about human psychology, male psychology, and we will talk about you because you're the most important person. And if you want to drive a man crazy in bed, yes, you can try to understand what does he want? What does he need? How can I do what he likes? But at the end of the day, most of the women will do the same. So how can you separate yourself? How can you be so unique that this guy will tell himself, she is the one, nobody else? She is the one. So we will talk about, first of all, reverse psychology. Because instead of focusing on him, what does he want? What does he need? I want you to understand, what does he expect from you? What does he think about you? You and your personality. Because the idea is like, if you can try to shock him, if you can try to be very different, I can guarantee you we will get so much results. I can guarantee you it will be so incredible. That's the reason why I will always push you. I will always give you my best, okay? So, number one, the reverse psychology. We will read his mind and do the opposite. I will show you some example. But remember that we will read his mind, do the opposite. This is the most powerful behavior that you can have right now. We would stop trying to focus on conscious level and we would go into the subconscious mind. Let me show you some example. Tip number one, and I want you to jot them because they are different, they are unique. This will change your love life forever. Tip number one, let's see what he thinks of you. Most of the men, they will tell themselves, this woman is shy. This woman is scared of making a mistake. Let's show that you're not shy. Let's show that you're not scared to make a mistake. Let's show him that you know your body, you know what you love, and you can impress him by being a little bit of a leader, okay? Instead of being the shy woman, be the leader. Take his hands, show where you want him to touch you. If you want a special position, you need to tell him, I really want you to do this to me. And the way you would be leader will surprise him forever. This guy, he thinks that he will decide. Not today. Ladies, you're part of the situation. You're part of the sex. You need to show what you want. Tip number three, and I love this one, because this guy, he thinks that he would dominate in a way. He thinks that in order for him to give you pleasure, he needs to be the alpha male. Some cases, yes. Depend on your love languages and your sexual languages. But the one thing I want to tell you is this. Nothing is more sexier than a woman that will show him what she wants. That will be a little bit of the leader so she cannot dominate, but she can be part of the sex. Those are the three things that we see in men. They think that you will be shy. They think that they will decide. And they think that they will dominate. If you can change this dynamic, you will act like nobody else. So, do you remember every people that you have seen today? Not really. Do you remember the people that were wearing something and they were the only one to wear that? Maybe it was a little bit strange. Maybe it looks good. Maybe not. But you remember those people. Same thing in love. We don't remember the normal actions. We remember the one that will shock us. And we can do it in bed. We can do it in your intimate life, of course. This will lead to tip number 4. The guy thinks that most of the time it's very difficult for women to get some pleasure. You will try to give him some pleasure, but will you really enjoy the moment? If you share what you love, if you share how you feel, men feel like Superman. We don't want to feel man, we want to feel Superman. Just because you share how you feel, just because you share what you're experiencing right now. What are your emotions? What are your feelings? That doesn't make you needy. That doesn't make you available. We are not talking in a relationship or the dating phase. No. In bed, what are your emotions? What are your feelings? Because if he feels that you're taking pleasure, if he knows that you're enjoying the moment because of him, he will feel like Superman. That's what men remembers. That's when men, they want to give you even more. And I'm sorry to tell you this, but this is an emotional trigger. If you want a man to commit to a relationship, to be with you, to stay with you, to be happy, this is one of the emotional triggers we need to use. Okay? So tip number 4, if he thinks that you won't get pleasure, share, express what you want. Okay? Situation number 5, or tip number 5, he thinks that after sex, you will be asking for more. Right? He thinks that after the sex, you will be looking for the relationship, you will asking for commitment, almost that you will ask for the ring. So this is what I call the solution comment. Basically my solutions. That's where I'm the best at. That's where I can tell you we will be able to manage his emotions and keep him interested. So I have 3 examples that I wanted to share with you that you can tell him. One is my favorite, but there is 3, so you can pick the one you want. Example number 1, I feel that we can experience beautiful things together. I feel that we have such a great connection. That's after sex. Oh, I feel that we can experience a lot of things together because we have the connection. That's number 1. Number 2, I feel that we will enjoy every single sex because we can discover a lot of things together. I feel we will discover a lot of things and we will enjoy sex together. Number 3, my favorite one, you know what? I realized that we have the same sexual language. We talk a lot about the 5 love languages. If you tell a guy we have the same sexual languages, I will be myself 100% with you. Or I can even be more myself. That means that what we have experienced that was great, it's not even 10% of what we will experience in the future. Put yourself in his shoes. If I tell you right now, ladies, what you have experienced with this guy was 10% of what you will experience with him, doesn't that make you feel more in love? More interested in knowing the next steps, right? That's why I'm here. I'm here because I want to show you that we can do it together. So ladies, you have to use one of those examples. You have to reverse the psychology. It's not about what he wants. It's about how can we shock him. And I have a very special gift about the art of sexualization. It's not sex. It's how do we make him desire you more and more. If you want to be in control, it's in the description box below. Click in it and you will enjoy the content. Remember, you cannot live now without hitting the like button and of course subscribing because I want you part of this community. And of course, I will see you very soon. Bye, ladies.